Radical Obama judge Susan Richard Nelson won a $6 billion big tobacco settlement. Where was Susan Richard Nelson when George Floyd was criminally charged and imprisoned with a public defender as counsel? Susan Richard Nelson didn't come to the aid of George Floyd and never came to the aid of the black community with pro bono legal services. In fact, in 1998, while George Floyd was rotting away in prison without counsel, Susan Richard Nelson and her corrupt law firms were filing predatory lawsuits against Big Tobacco, winning a $6 billion settlement. The settlement money stemming from the historical roots of slavery.
First African slaves were sold to Virginia tobacco planters by a Dutch trader. After that, thousands of more slaves were put to work in the colony's plantations, and this allowed their owners to live in fantastic luxury.
Allowing Susan Richard Nelson to live in fantastic luxury. While earning billions of dollars from these predatory lawsuits, Susan Richard Nelson and her corrupt firms failed to lift a finger for George Floyd or the African American community. While in private practice, Susan Richard Nelson had one of the worst pro bono records in Minnesota. A review of her cases reveals she never once had a black client, much less provided pro bono services to members of the African American community. In September 2020, the Star Tribune wrote a puff piece on Susan Richard Nelson overseeing the Floyd family lawsuit. Why have Nelson's corrupt firms offered pro bono representation to an upper middle class white woman, but not an indigent working class black man like George Floyd? With a record like Susan Richard Nelson, can George Floyd's family or the African American community expect justice? How can they, when Judge Susan Richard Nelson is disregarding the First Amendment and threatening to throw her critics in jail? Where was Judge Susan Richard Nelson and her corrupt firms when George Floyd needed them most? Please like this video and subscribe to the channel Judicial Protest.